Hi, everyone. Welcome to Clutch Entertainment today. And today we're going to be talking about how to come up with ideas in general and brainstorm. Some ideas for maybe if you may want to make a podcast, if you want to have an event at work or an event in general. If you need to make up ideas at work, for new strategies with such, for fun activities, for any kind of event and so much more. So, pretty much this is just like a brainstorm video, how to get to that point where you get ideas. So I'll start off personally with my own experience. I have to do these podcasts every week. Well, I don't have to, but I like to. So I have to come up with ideas every week. And a lot of times for me, I draw off my experiences first. And drawing off your experience gives you that self-awareness of what you've done before and what you are very knowledgeable about. And I feel like that's one of the things that helps me in general to get to the point where I can present some information to you or give you some knowledge overall. But I would say that would be the first thing, use your experience. Use what you already know. Use what topics you're interested in and go with it. And basically any kind of experience you've had in your life can go towards any kind of idea in brainstorming. So that would be the first strategy I would say. Next, I would say ask your friends and family. Your friends and family have a variety of experiences also, and they end up going places that maybe you haven't been before or you haven't done before, or they have work ideas or coworkers. You can ask them too. They may have been in a situation where they've worked at the company for 20 years and they may have better ideas, for how something is run or how something is done. And you may have been there maybe 3 years or something. I don't know. But that's just an example. You just want to go off other people's experiences besides your own experiences. And then I would say the next big area to look, and we all have it these days, is the internet. We can look at our phones. We can see hey, look, I'm going to Google right now. What are good ideas that I can use to do X, Y, and Z? And then you can also use, books also with the internet. You can go to your library and just look up what kind of topics you're interested in, what you want to talk about, or what you want to present to people, and just go there. That's another thing you can look at. And there's also there's encyclopedias out there, but I don't know if many people use those as much anymore. It's more so just Googling things and looking at that. Another big place you can look to is, I know OpenAI ChatGPT. A lot of people have been starting to use the AI and asking questions to the AI and getting ideas that way. So you can just type to the AI hey, what kind of ideas can I make for fun events I can do? And then the AI will list all kinds of stuff. That's another alternative. And using those three main things are the main keys to just coming up with stuff on your own. So some things that can help you brainstorm now are first of all, physically going for a walk or exercising. You can go alone or with a friend, but basically that gives your creativity mind to flow better. There's been studies done. I don't have any on the exact account here today, but I've seen in the past myself, and I've read about it. The studies that people who go out in nature or go for walks or exercise and talk to people while they're exercising actually have more creative side to them, and they're able to come up with better ideas with certain things. The next thing you can do is go out to eat with a friend or go out to eat by yourself. Eating is always a time where you think about things. You'll eat some food and you'll be what do I what are my plans tonight, or what am I doing, or where am I going? So that's another thing you can try. You can try just going out to eat with either by yourself or with someone else. And then another thing kind of draws off your own experience is go to several events. Say you're trying to learn about making plans or making event, being an event planner or planning certain events for a club or something like that. If you go to a variety of events, you're able to see what people are drawn to and what makes a good event. We go to events every week. There's pretty much something going on every week in all of our lives. whether it be go to church, whether it be going to a local bar, whether it be going to watch a sports game, whether it be going to the library, whether it be going for a drive, whether it be going to the doctor. So like there's so many different experiences that you can go off of in your life, and that way it'll give you, your mind. And with your mind being able to be occupied by these several things, you're able to build up that experience, and you're able to put that into perspective, be like, oh, I've done that before. That kind of worked for me. Maybe it'll work for other people. And then it gives you the power to suggest and also market yourself, and to put your event out there. I have another video I can link in the description about event planning, which that might be important too. So I'll definitely do that. I'd say the next thing, go to sleep, go dream. A lot of times if you just go to sleep with an idea and you're just like, I don't know what to do. And then you just think about it. Sometimes you fall asleep and you have a dream about it. I've certainly done that before. Or you daydream. Maybe you're just sitting there at an event, and maybe you're just sitting there like, doing nothing in general, and you want to, figure out something for yourself. You can just sit there and daydream, and that gives you a lot of brainstorming power and gives you a lot of ideas in your mind. And then I would say like the next thing to do would be to write down your thoughts and ideas. So when you have an idea about something, make like a list. And if you make that list, you're able to put down all the ideas that you have in your head, and then you put it on the piece of paper, and then you're able to, promote it to yourself. Basically, you reinforce the idea of, I'm going to do this today, or I'm going to not do this, or I'm going to go to this event, or I'm going to think about, I like sports, so I'm going to write down, go to the sports game later. And then like you think about, oh, I wrote down this, so maybe I can think about going to the sports game and what kind of sport event I can promote to people. From my past, I've actually, when I've done like event planning and stuff like that, and when I brainstormed for like setting up events and wanting people to be a part of things, I've thought about, what gets people to want to go to an event. The biggest thing is money most of the time. If you have something that's low cost and it's something that's enjoyable, those are the two big things. If there's something that's going to be overly priced, people aren't going to want to go to that. Having a good cost and a good balanced way to get people to go to things is probably the best way to do it. I would say after that, go in a quiet room. A lot of times if you can get away from your distractions in your life, get away from, all the things that are going on in your life, because all the time our brains are constantly going, and we need to have a time where we can stop during the day and we can be like, what's going on? Like, where am I going? What am I doing? And if you have that time to think and that time to put yourself in a corner and put yourself away from everything else, like you can do this by going in a private room. You can go and doing this in like a bedroom, closing the door, locking the door, just like closing your eyes and focusing. And, sometimes prayer is really good to help give you ideas for things. You can say like, look, Lord, please help me to find an idea. And you can pray the Lord for that. And that's definitely a really good thing to do. It's like it puts you in a peaceful state. And it can really relax you overall too, and just physically benefit you. But it actually helps you come up with ideas because your brain's kind of moving with things, and it's trying to, figure out there's no distractions, so I have to think about this or I have to do this. And it helps you to bring up with all the brainstorming ideas you want to do, or all the goals you want to set, or all the work objectives you want to do. And I would say what goes along with being in a quiet room is make sure you bring a pad and paper, because like I was saying, write stuff down, your thoughts and feelings and stuff with certain things. This is a time when you can really do that, because that really helps, like whatever comes to your mind, you can write it down and you can use it later. You could be like, yeah, I wrote this down, and where is my piece of paper? Oh yeah, there it is. I got my piece of paper, and you can be able to take that with you to wherever you need to go. And, say you have like a business meeting, and you're just in a quiet room, and you thought about things and you thought about the ideas you needed, and you can just run over to the piece of paper and bring them as notes. So those are the main things I would say, like to really come up with brainstorming ideas, to come up with things you need, and put yourself in a position to be able to be creative with certain things. I understand, I'm not an artist myself, but when you're an artist, artists always have to come up with things. As far as my artistic side, it's more so of like creating this podcast, for example. I have to come into the podcast and I have to speak to you and I have to figure out things I need to say and be creative in what I say so it motivates you, to watch me. So overall, like, just put yourself in a creative position, put yourself in the position to, ask other people, help yourself with the experience you've made, all the events you've attended, looking on the internet, and then using like any kind of resource you can to come up with ideas. Because there's so many ways to brainstorm, so many ways, and there's no right or wrong way. So, well, thank you for watching Clutch Entertainment today. I'm really glad that I was able to present this to you today. And if you have any suggestions, leave in the comment section below. And if you could like and subscribe, that'd be great. So thank you very much and have a great rest of your day. Bye.